Hi, Jonathan. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to help walk your viewers through what's going on with this Chagas case, because it's something most people in our area have never heard of, even though it's more relevant here than they'd think. Question 1. What vector and parasite are responsible? So, Chagas disease is caused by a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi. It's a single-celled protozoan and it's spread by an insect commonly called the kissing bug, or more formally a triatomine bug. These are blood-feeding insects that tend to bite people at night, often around the face, which is actually where the nickname comes from. Here's the part that surprises people. It's usually not the bite itself that infects you. These bugs feed and then they defecate near the bite site. The parasite is in that fecal matter, not in the bug's saliva. So the infection typically happens when a person, often still half asleep, rubs their face, moving the contaminated feces into the wound or into their eyes or mouth. It's a strange transmission route, but it's very effective for the parasite. Question 2. Where do you think they contracted it? Without knowing the specifics of this patient's travel history, the most likely explanation is exposure in a rural or semi-rural area with an active population of kissing bugs, and one of their animal hosts nearby that could be here locally. Or it could trace back to a time spent in Mexico, Central America, or even South America, where the disease is much more widespread. I'd want to know whether this person has traveled recently, or whether they spent time in an older, poorly maintained or sealed housing with areas like wood rat nest or other rodent activity nearby, since those are the classic risk settings. Question 3. Can it be found in the United States? Yes, absolutely, and this is really the headline for local viewers. Chagas disease is not just a tropical, faraway disease. The CDC estimates around 280,000 people are living with Chagas disease in the United States right now, and the vast majority don't even know they're infected, because early symptoms often go mild or unnoticed entirely. We do have kissing bugs established in the southern and southwestern US, including species like Triatoma sanguisuga and locally acquired autotoxonosis cases, which have been documented. They're just uncommon and often underdiagnosed. So this case, while notable, isn't as freakish as it might sound. It's a reminder that this disease has quietly been present in our country for a long time. Question 4. Can you describe the vector's life cycle and the hosts involved? Sure. Triatomine bugs go through what's called an incomplete metamorphosis, meaning they hatch from an egg into a nymph that looks like a smaller, wingless version of the adult, and then molt through 5 nymphal stages before becoming a winged adult. Every single one of those stages, from the youngest nymph to the adult, needs a blood meal to develop and molt to the next stage. Now, the parasite cycle runs alongside that. When a triatomine bug bites an infected animal or person, it ingests the parasite in its blood meal, inside the bug's gut. The parasite transforms and multiplies, eventually becoming an infectious form in the hindgut. Then, the next time that the bug feeds on a new host, it defecates near the bite. And if that feces gets into the new host's body, the cycle starts over in them. As for hosts, this isn't a disease that only involves humans. In fact, humans are almost incidental to the natural cycle in the wild. In the wild, the parasite circulates mainly among mammals like raccoons, opossums, armadillos, wood rats, and other rodents, along with even domestic dogs, which are especially important in maintaining the cycle close to homes. So really, we've got a sylvatic or wildlife-based transmission cycle running in the background, and human cases tend to happen when people's homes are close to that cycle, especially in poorly constructed housing where bugs can get inside and nest in wall cracks or thatched roofing. Question 5. What preventative measures can people take? The good news is that prevention here is mostly about reducing contact with the bug and its habitat. A few concrete steps are: seal up cracks and gaps, walls, roofing around windows and doors, since kissing bugs can get inside very small openings. Use screens on windows and doors, and consider bed nets if you're in a higher risk rural area. Keep outdoor lighting away from doors and windows at night, since lights attract the bugs towards the house. Clear brush wood piles and rock piles away from the home's foundation, since these are common hiding spots. Check on and treat pet bedding and outdoor animal enclosures, since dogs can be a part of the transmission cycle. If you find a kissing bug in or around your home, don't touch or crush it with your bare hands. That's actually one of the higher risk moments for exposure. Capturing it in a container and contact your local health department. Some regions collect these for testing. And finally, if someone has traveled to or lived in the Chagas endemic region and develops unexplained heart or digestive symptoms years later, it's worth mentioning that travel history to their doctor, since chronic Chagas diseases can take years to show up. The main thing I want people to take away is this isn't just a distant tropical disease. It has a real, if under-recognized presence right here in the US. And a little bit of awareness about sealing up homes and being cautious around these bugs goes a long way. Thanks for having me, Jonathan. Have a good day.